The knock on my door came just as the rain started. 3 steady taps, confident but cautious. I already knew who it was before I even opened. There's a rhythm people carry. Hers was still imprinted in my memory like a scar that never healed. When I swung the door open, there she stood. Emma, my ex-wife. Same soft brown hair, same nervous half-smile that once melted me. Only this time it didn't. "Hi," she said, her voice breaking through the sound of rain. "Can I come in?" I hesitated. For a second I thought I was hallucinating. It had been a year since she'd left. A year since I'd found her messages to someone named Evan. A year since she packed her things and told me, through tears, that she needed to find herself. I didn't chase her. I let her go. But she was here now, soaked and shivering, clutching a small umbrella like a peace offering. "Yeah," I muttered, stepping aside. "Come in." She moved past me, her perfume instantly filling the air. Same scent, jasmine and rain, like nothing had changed. But everything had. "I've been thinking about you," she said as she sat down on the couch, the one she used to love. "I've missed this. Missed us." Her eyes searched my face for a reaction. I didn't give her one. Inside, though, something twisted. Part anger, part nostalgia. I'd spent months trying to erase her. But she still had this uncanny ability to make me feel like the ground beneath me was shifting. "Why now?" I asked finally. She sighed, twisting her wedding ring. Yes, she still wore it. "Because I was stupid. Because I thought I wanted freedom, but I only found loneliness. And because," she paused, "I heard you haven't been seeing anyone." There it was. The assumption. The arrogance. She thought I'd been waiting, orbiting her absence. Before I could respond, a voice floated from the hallway. "Hey, the coffee's ready. Do you still take sugar?" Emma froze. And then she appeared, Laura. Her best friend. Laura walked in holding 2 mugs, completely at ease, her smile soft and unbothered. The moment she saw Emma, though, her expression didn't flicker with guilt. It flickered with satisfaction. "Emma," Laura said smoothly, "didn't expect to see you here." Emma's eyes darted between us, confusion mixing with something darker. "You too?" I took the mug from Laura's hand. "Yeah," I said, calm, deliberate. "We've been seeing each other for a few months now." Silence. The kind that sucks the oxygen out of a room. Emma laughed. Not out of humor but disbelief. "You're kidding. My best friend? After everything, you end up with her." I shrugged. "Guess we both found comfort in what was broken." Her face reddened. "You think this makes us even? That sleeping with my friend is some kind of revenge?" I didn't answer. The truth was, when Laura first reached out, it wasn't revenge. It was loneliness, mutual, raw, and unexpected. She had seen the fallout up close. She knew what Emma did. And over late-night talks and shared bitterness, we found something resembling peace. Then one night it became something more. But revenge? Maybe that came later. Laura placed her mug down and crossed her arms. "You don't get to play the victim, Emma. You left him. You had your affair. You broke him. And when you realized the grass wasn't greener, you thought you could just come back." Emma's voice cracked. "You told me to leave him. You said I deserved better." Laura smiled faintly. "I said that before I knew what better looked like." The room buzzed with tension. Outside, thunder rolled, fitting, really. I could almost feel the universe holding its breath. Emma stood, trembling with fury. "You're both disgusting." I leaned back, studying her. There was a time when her anger would have shattered me. Now it only confirmed how far I'd come. "You don't get to rewrite what you did," I said quietly. "You cheated. You lied. You walked away. I just learned to stop bleeding from the wounds you left." Her eyes welled up, but not with remorse, with pride wounded beyond repair. "You'll regret this," she spat, grabbing her purse. Laura's tone was calm, almost pitying. "No, Emma. He already lived his regret. You just arrived too late." Emma turned and stormed out. The door slammed so hard the window rattled. The silence that followed was heavier than before, but this time it wasn't painful. It was clean. Final. Laura sat beside me, her hand brushing mine. "You okay?" I stared at the rain streaking down the window. I thought I'd feel vindicated. But I just feel empty. She nodded. "That's because closure never feels like victory. It just feels quiet." Her words lingered. For the first time I realized I didn't miss Emma anymore. What I missed was the illusion, the version of her I thought I loved. The woman who smiled through lies. The woman who once promised forever. But she wasn't real anymore. Maybe she never was. I looked at Laura, steady, honest, unpretentious. She wasn't a rebound. She was a reminder that life could start again after betrayal. "You didn't do this to hurt her, right?" she asked softly. I shook my head. "No. I did this because I stopped hurting myself waiting for her." Laura smiled, small but genuine. "Then maybe that's enough." We sat there in silence as the rain eased, the storm passing like something purged from the sky. Later that night, as I closed the door and locked it, I realized what the moment meant. Not revenge, not payback, but reclamation. Emma had come back thinking she still had a hold on me. She thought I'd been frozen in time, still mourning her ghost. But she didn't understand. I'd already moved on, not just from her, but from the version of myself that believed love meant enduring pain. And when her best friend walked out smiling, it wasn't a victory for me. It was a reminder that sometimes the universe writes its own poetic justice. Not to punish, but to remind us that everything broken doesn't stay shattered forever. Sometimes it just rearranges itself into something stronger. Something real.